Is this the first one of our AI Roundtable?
Absolutely.
Is that what we're calling it? Maybe not.
Yes, it sounds
Maybe
good to me.
it's something else. I don't know
Throwing
what
stuff out, but I like it.
I
do
like it. I like the
Yeah.
round table.
All right, Will. So starting with you, my friend. We met. Well, you nearly tackled me down before I went, which was great.
Yeah, seeing you up there on the stage, I was like, I got to connect with this guy. So I'm really basically knocked a woman out of the way to talk to you.
And she didn't get injured in the process.
No. Although I didn't check too much, but I think she was fine.
That's why he's got me his first aid now.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, the
Workplace
magic,
CPR, yeah.
the magic of that.
One of the things that came out of these sessions, we didn't realize when I first started, but there's a lot of research that's come out subsequently that backs this up. People who are neurodivergent are actually the people that most benefit from these tools. If you're a class A and you got all of your stuff together, AI might actually slow you down. But in the hands of a dyslexic or a person with a memory issue, the organizational value of it and the accessibility angle of you don't have to type, you can just chat with it, means that it opens up this technology to a lot of people who are otherwise excluded. And that's led me into so many other conversations. I don't want to go on forever, but I'll take the torch back in a minute and talk about other stuff I'm doing. But it's been incredible.
Yeah, we have been talking about having a talking stick, haven't we?
Yeah.
We didn't mention that.
The first title we thought this would be is Let Me Speak, right?
It's better that way than the other way, isn't it? I think.
Yeah. So coming on to you, Helen. Actually, what I love about this is that we all kind of came together in the same room. I've met Will, but we've never actually met before. So
I knew who you were. You didn't know
you
who
knew
I was.
who I right? My
Because
God.
you were the one on stage.
You that was
sitting
on the
next to me in
doorstep.
crowd.
Yeah.
So you knew who I was, and
Yeah.
so this is the first time. It's so lovely to meet you.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, so I'm a startup business, first aid, predominantly first aid. So I'm freelance at the minute, and off the back of that, I'm just trying to build my own, little bit. It's a life skill. That's why I always say it's a life skill. And people need the confidence, and people need to know how to take control of a situation. And that's what I sort of emphasize a lot with my training. Someone
It's
needs to
those
take
first few
control.
seconds, right?
Yeah,
The
exactly.
reaction,
And
yeah.
practicing like key skills. So my training is fun, interactive, but yeah, keep practicing repetition, practicing the key skills is what gives people the confidence, and that's the whole point of first aid. Okay, you want to be able to manage a situation until professional medical help arrives, basically.
100%. So tell me how you met Will.
Okay, so we met at Digital Cheshire. Okay.
Did he tackle you down or anything?
No. Yeah,
Right, okay, so
we just happened to be
Right.
sat near each other.
Yeah,
Oh no,
yeah.
we met at lunch, didn't we? We sat on the same table at lunch. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, Will was asking me about AI, and I was telling him basically, it was great meeting Will because I was like, yeah, I use AI, but I don't particularly think I use it properly, and that's kind of how it stemmed from there.
It's like, we need to talk.
Yeah, he was like, we need to talk. And then we had a bit of a connection because obviously Will was working with the community as well. Yeah. But then, we had some sessions, didn't we? Mm-hmm. And I realised even more so that I really wasn't using AI correctly.
Well, it's on guardrails. So the way most people use these AI apps is the most obvious way. You open it up, there's a chat bar there, you ask a question, it answers your question.
Yeah.
But when you're trying to use it for something that's a little bit more professional, you need to put guardrails in so that your AI agent isn't just running off and grabbing a random answer it found online or some old information from its training data.
Yeah.
You want to point your agent at a source that is reliable. So you can give it the website address of official guidance or some other guardrails that you create on a PDF and add into source documents or something like that so that your AI agent knows exactly where it's supposed to go to find the answers and then will tell you at least if it found an answer somewhere else or it's inferring it or something.
AI says it must be right, and then after a bit you think actually no, that's not right. I don't agree with that, and that's how, since meeting you obviously I've managed to get things a lot more structured, like I say.
Giving it a source document and saying, refer to this source document. Yours was a PowerPoint presentation, a pretty long one.
Yeah.
And then just help me, figure out the speaker notes so that the timings all work out. That is super,
It's not one
efficient
section
in
where
AI.
I might cover it in like 15 minutes. I just want it to be that little bit longer.
Yeah.
So, like I say, nothing's wrong with the content. The content's right, but it's just to pad the delivery out a little bit more.
Because I'm a little bit the same. When you talk about dyslexia, you might be diagnosed. I'm undiagnosed.
Oh yeah.
I've definitely got it, but I'm totally undiagnosed. Right. My email. I looked back to 2009 when I used to be pretending to be a band manager. When I used to be in a band.
Yeah.
And I was looking for gigs and all that type of thing. And I look back to 2009. My emails were shocking, and God,
misspellings.
The first was hi Paul, like hi without a capital H, like to start off with. Really, really bad email, and it was all like clumped together, and there was no sections to it. Like links were wrong, links were all over the place. And I had to apologise to the guys that were in my band the other day. I texted them and said, listen, look at this email. I said, I'm really sorry. If AI was in my life at this time, we might have made it.
That's where it went wrong. That email.
That's where we went wrong. Me with shitty emails.
And that's what I mean. Like, it's, as you mentioned, I am diagnosed dyslexic, but, I've definitely got a few of the tisms as well, undiagnosed. And the leveling of the playing field is what I love so much about AI, because it allows neurodivergents to interact in those proper business ways. You can give your AI your sort of scattered thoughts, and this is sort of the point I want to make and how I want to come across, and it can help you get into that structured format of communication, which is out of reach for a lot of people in that situation,
If you said to me in 2024 about using AI, I was like, no, it's cheating. It's cheating about using AI. And then 2025, I started using it a little bit. And then, probably not correctly, like I say. And now 2026, getting better.
Yeah.
100%, yeah.
It's that exponential curve. We've been coming up that line, and I think we are really hitting a point now with ChatGPT having work mode, and Claude has co-work. These tools are becoming the professional grade that we were told Siri was going to be how many years ago? There's a guy that I'm actually working with that it was probably a few years ago when I first started telling him how I was really into AI and how I was doing it with all this stuff. And he said, don't you feel like you're cheating? And this is a guy that's in a wheelchair, okay? Yeah. And it was a light bulb moment for me. I was like, thinking about the neurodivergent and the kind of accessibility stuff that I'm doing. I'm like, do you think your wheelchair is cheating? Is that somehow a cheat code for you to be able to interact with the rest of the world?
That is so important. That's so important to bring it. And what did you care? The
HIL is the acronym, the three-letter acronym. There's a lot of them in the world of AI.
Yeah.
And so a human in the loop is where any important decision, any draft, it's given it to someone to review before it goes public. The AI isn't evil, right? The AI is a tool in the hands of incapable humans, and it's the incapable humans that didn't put the right guardrails on it that allowed that to happen. And that's the other point I make a lot with people in my sessions, because quite often the first thing that I hear in one of the drop-in sessions with these over 50s is, my grandson told me AI is evil. That's where a lot of my talks start. Okay. And I have to start by convincing them that AI can do a lot of bad things, and data centers are being put in the wrong places and funded the wrong ways and all these things, but there are humans that are making those decisions that you need to hold accountable, and don't burn a Waymu or something because, set an automatic car on fire because you're mad at AI.
I love the technology. I love it. I love all the technology stuff, but using it correctly, I think, is key.
100%.
And that is why I'm so glad that I met Will and done some stuff with BlueCap AI. BlueCap AI.
I didn't mean to make it a tongue twister. There's an actual, there's a story behind the whole thing. So I started using these AI tools really diligently myself while taking care of my father. He had a terminal illness, and I, after his passing, was reminiscing with my sisters, and they had brought me a little care package. And in that package were a lot of the knit caps that he would wear all the time. And I was looking back at the pictures, and in a lot of the times that we were together, I was wearing this particular one, this blue knit cap that he bought me in 2019 while we were walking around in Amsterdam. And he noticed I was cold and bought me this hat without saying anything, comes out of the shop and gives me this hat.
Oh.
And then I'm wearing it for the next like 5 years while I'm helping take care of him. And so that became the logo of BlueCap AI, is that blue knit cap.
That's
I
cute.
didn't know that.
Fine, that was
Yeah,
really
yeah.
cute.
That is a lot. Honestly, that's so nice to hear. Like, because that's
I'm a
where it
symbolic
starts.
guy,
That's,
yeah.
that's where it starts, though, isn't it? That's where businesses grow into what they are, because you start with something that really grips you and something that's very close to your heart, and then it just builds from there. That's why I always think, I mean, what I do in the studio gives me absolute fire every day, because the people that come through the doors across like all sorts of businesses that are doing content with us, and it's so inspiring to hear the why they started it, not what they do, because so many people do what we do. Some people do what you do, and what you do, but it's why you do what you do is the most important thing.